Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Glassman's world. So, life is in transition right now, guys. Pretty interesting. I'm actually doing some yard work here. Just gonna be working on the yard, doing a little yard work, and I guess I just wanted to talk since it's been a minute and I haven't really gone live in a while. I figured I'd just clean the yard here and talk. So life is in transition right now. Life is interesting. Uh, life changed quite drastically for me recently. I haven't gone live in a long time. Haven't been able to do a lot of live glass blowing demos in a minute. Hopefully I can change that soon and get some oxygen refilled. Life is interesting right now just in general, being that it is the middle of February and I'm out here and it's not like super warm, but it's warmer than it usually is for February, which is really interesting. It's an interesting time of life right now, and time for changes and a lot of just having to release the old and stay in the flow with the new. So I'm here at one of my yards that I do every Wednesday. Oh, check this out. This is cool. It's a cool rock here. I don't know if you can really see it or not. Just interesting rock. But I'm just doing some yard work. It's really warm. Um, life has been I don't know. It's been good and it's been not good at all. I recently lost my dad. Our father passed away. So I think that was like, gosh, around January. I'm thinking January 27th, maybe the 29th. I'm really lost with days right now because of everything that I've been trying to keep track of with my whole life right now and how things have just changed. So right after my father passed, which, you know, that's not really, um, I mean, it's sad, but it's something that I was expecting for a while. Our father has been in hospice care for a couple years now, and I knew that his time was coming soon, and so I had already accepted that a while ago. So when he passed recently, that actually wasn't hard for me to deal with. Um, what's been really hard is during this time, and I can't really like talk about it too much because everything is in court litigation right now. But my life partner, at the time, I was hoping would be in support and show me some support during the grief process, and instead we've been dealing with issues and it just led to us having to part ways, which is sad. And because of that, I'm just going to talk about my situation. I'm currently homeless. I no longer have my own home to go back to. Fortunately, I have friends who are generous enough to help me out and allow me a place to stay there in their home, which is really nice. And so I have somewhere to be, but it's not my own space. And so my studio is gone. I don't have a glass blowing studio anymore right now, guys. And so I don't have any way to do any live videos and show you guys how I blow glass and all this stuff. I've been staying busy with some yard jobs and things like that. And just trying to stay focused on still being able to keep the money coming in, you know, make sure I have my income still flowing, and then doing what I can, you know. I set up, I don't know how many markets I set up at last week. I think it was like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, but not Friday, and then Saturday, and then Sunday. So I did like several days of markets, and it didn't really pan out as good as I was hoping. I made some money, but it wasn't as good as I was really hoping. So, but it was what it was. You know, it was able to keep my mind off of things and allow me to be out and about, to get out in this beautiful weather right now, which we're having, which this should be winter. We should have snow. I should be like bundled up and not able to just be out here. I do have my hoodies on, but I normally always wear hoodies. I guess maybe not in the summertime. I'm just clearing out a bunch of weeds here. So I do a lot of hand picking of weeds, and basically dig them up by the root so they don't come back up. So you get them all by the root like that. So, like I was saying, I'm recently homeless, and fortunately I have a friend who's allowed me to come and stay with them at their place, and it's a lifelong friend I've had for ever since we were kids. And he actually stays at his mom's place and helps her out, and she's allowed me to come and be there as well. So now I'm doing what I can to, oops, sorry about that. So I'm doing what I can to help lend a hand over at their place, do some free yard work and cooking and things like that. And just try not to be a pest and be in the way, and cleaning up after myself and everything. But I'm very grateful. I'm very fortunate that I have somewhere to go. And also, if I didn't, I think I would still be okay. You know, being that I used to live off grid up there in Tres Piedras at Camp Two Dogs, and I moved up there in the middle of the winter, and that was like when it was cold back in those days. So I think I would be fine, you know, if I did have to stay in my van or something like that. But you know, I don't want to have to do that, but I think I would be okay if I needed to. And I was able to grab some things. So it's just been weird. You know, police got involved, and fortunately I wasn't arrested. I didn't go to jail. So I didn't think any charges were filed, but then apparently some charges came up, and so now I gotta go against these charges now, and it's weird. It's like, well, why didn't I get arrested that day if they were saying that they're accusing me of something? But I think what it is is I gotta prove that I didn't do it. So it's interesting, and I can't really talk about it, but I'll be okay. I'll get through all this weird court stuff. But I just wanted to let you guys know I'm currently looking for a place to live, which is going to be quite a difficult task for me, being the situation on what I've got myself involved in, and the fact that even though I've been paying rent for years, I haven't been on the lease, and so I have no rental history for years. So that's gonna mess me up, and then I don't have any good credit, and I don't have a bank account, and all kinds of things. It's gonna be fun. I'm being sarcastic. It's gonna be fun trying to find a place. So now, basically, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my journey here on what's going on and how I'm gonna try to come back up and basically rebuild myself up from the ground zero back up. And I'm gonna definitely need as much support as possible in this. I'm going to do my best not to ask for financial donations and things like that. I like to work for my keep, and so I'm gonna just work as hard as I possibly can to make ends meet. And I'll be utilizing this channel to show you guys, you know, glass and show you guys different opportunities, like if you want to get on board with the wholesale orders that I have going. You know, I'm looking for at least two accounts, probably one or two accounts for now, in all 50 states. I'm still doing that. We're still working on getting out the mushrooms, which I don't know if I have one or not. Yeah, I got one right here. So these, been wholesaling these. I retail them at $5, and people can sell them for easily like $5 to $7, or I mean $7 to $10. And so I've got several accounts that I recently locked down here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And then I got another one that's going to be an online, which is going to be big. They're going to order a really large order, so I really do need to get on the torch soon. Yesterday, I sold out all my spinning tops, which is awesome. But then now I don't have any for this weekend, and if I don't get on the torch by this weekend, then I won't have any tops to sell. Let me take a look around here. I'm trying to clear out all the weeds in the rock first, and then we're gonna go through. So I'm clearing out all the weeds in the rock here, and then we're gonna go through and use the hula hoe, because I don't like putting the hula hoe through all these rock here. So I do all this by hand and get this up. And if anyone is local and you need to hire me, I might have a day or two available during the week. My regulars are, that's the interesting thing about time right now, is that the weather hasn't really like froze. We haven't had snow, and we haven't had a weather or a winter. So my regulars usually, they don't start calling me till like March, sometimes even April. And I'm already back getting all the weeds up over here, because it's been really warm, and we've had some rain and some moisture lately and not snow. We had a little bit of snow recently, but not much. So yeah, as far as life, you know, life is it's sad that I now have to learn how to live without my family. And for many years, that's been my general focus, is just, putting my life, my energy, my daily effort into what my family needs. And it's just, it feels so weird. It's like, like if you were a shepherd dog and you had a big old herd, and then all of a sudden the herd was just taken from you, and you don't got no herd to shepherd anymore. And that's kind of what it feels like now. I don't have a lot of responsibilities now on the daily, and besides making sure I take care of myself and then my daughter. And my daughter, she's got her mom to go and stay with for now, which fortunately she has a place to stay. And so she doesn't have to worry about staying anywhere that I stay, or having to go from place to place. She's got her own room and she can be there, and her mom is completely understanding. We have an awesome relationship to where she just understands, and it's really cool. And she's also been very supportive throughout all of this, and knows that a lot of what's being said is false and can't be correct. And so yeah, I'm not really sure. I can't really talk about the situation. Like I said, it's all going through court. But I guess for me right now, I'm dealing with not having my own place, not having the usual daily regiment that I used to have. So it's weird. It's just strange to not always have to be on the clock on other people's schedule. And now it's like, I just work in the mornings, get my work done. I haven't been able to get on the torch though, which sucks. So I'm looking for a place currently. There's a couple places that I might be able to rent, but I paid off the rent fully, even though I don't have a place to go back to myself. Rent is paid. So they're taken care of. But I just don't have a place to go back to now, and I need to figure out how I can I just got to work more. I just got to come up with some more money, and then be able to just save it up. So hopefully I can just keep on building this up really quickly, and then I can get a studio, which is actually something that I was manifesting. And I don't know if you guys were listening in the video where I was saying with the mushrooms that, getting $20 worth of glass, turning that into the 75 mushrooms, which equals out to $150 to $375 worth of glass, and being able to utilize that model in a way to then get joint venture partners to come in and to invest a little bit of money. And I was just thinking, my family and some close friends. I'm not opening this up to the whole world, but I was just thinking that this would be a good opportunity that I could then utilize some people who really support me and love me and help me get into a studio this year. And it's just weird how things are, that, the way that God is, Creator works, and how, you might be praying for something and not realizing that, you might have to sacrifice something else entirely. And I didn't know that it was going to be my family that I was going to be losing through all of this. And it's just unfortunate. And I'm very worried and concerned, but I can't really speak on their situation and things. I'm just worried and concerned about them. I love them, and that's about all I can say. So hopefully I can find a studio soon. I'm making progress as far as sales and coming up with some funds here. But like I said, I did pay the rent already, and and I don't have a place to be. And then I had to take care of some other things. Make sure that I had my phone in my own name, so nothing was sabotaged there. And make sure that I had a storage unit, so I now have my own storage unit to get things once I'm allowed to go back in and get things. And for about a week and a half I didn't have my torch, and luckily I was able to go and get that, which was cool. So if I wasn't able to get the torch, I would be kind of freaking out right now, but I have my torch, so I know I can get back to work soon. The weather's been windy though, and my plan is to set up my 10 by 10 canopy and then put up tarps around at least like 3 of the 4 sides, maybe even only 2, depending on how windy it is. But I want to create a wind blocker and then just blow glass outside, outdoor. And I just can't do it on super windy days like today. The winds are starting to kick up a little bit, and I knew it was going to be breezy getting till about noon, and it's probably like getting close to, I don't know, 10:30 or 11 right now, so it's probably going to pick up. I'll probably have to let you go because the wind's going to get picked up in the microphone here soon. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's going on in my life and why I'm not blowing glass so much right now all the time like I used to. But I do plan to get on the torch soon and to do some outdoor glass blowing. What's cool is that I have my studio is pretty much set up to be mobile, so I can take it anywhere that someone would allow me to set up at. So I have a few friends, I got some shops and some stores, and they said I can come by and blow glass in front, when they're doing events and things like that. And maybe just even on days when there is no event, but maybe it would help out to draw in a crowd or something like that too for them. And so it's fortunate that I can still do that. And sorry, I'm scraping over here. I'm using a hula hoe. This is a hula hoe. Oh, and hello, I see someone is here. Oh, Witchy Bishy. Thank you. I'm sorry to hear the news, but you sound positive and ready to rise. May you be given the grace to do so. Days, you are the event. So, yeah, I appreciate that. And yeah, I always have a positive lookout on life. I try to do my best to, thank you, True Indica. Damn sorry to hear Belgium a bit far, or you and your family would be. Welcome, no rent, just teach me class. Thank you. Hey, maybe I can go to Belgium just to go and stay, man, now that I don't have these sort of daily responsibilities. It might actually, this could be one of those blessings in disguise where, like I said, I have to lose quite a bit and sacrifice a lot in order to gain a lot. And I'm trying to be positive in this. I'm trying to always find the silver lining in all things and know that that what's being said is not true at all. So I got to stand in truth and stand in the light as always, and whatever outcome comes may be, and that's just what I'm gonna have to deal with, and I just got to do the best that I can to come through this as best as I can. So yeah, I'm really staying positive in this, and it just sucks that I haven't lived a life of taking care of finances and things to where I don't have my own bank account. I don't have um, any savings. I have nothing. Fortunately, I have friends and family. Some family did help out when I asked for help to pay for rent, but I didn't know I was not going to be able to return back to my own place. So that's crazy. But at least they're taken care of, and it's less worry for me right now. But next month, I'm definitely going to be worrying about them because I always took care of everything, and I don't know how they're going to be okay. So, but as far as my situation, yeah, I don't have a home. I don't have my own place right now, but I have a place to be, a place to go. They allowed me to cook the other day because I was saying how, like, I was just talking about how if you're used to being like a shepherd dog and have no herd to shepherd anymore, then it's like you don't know what to do with yourself. And so I felt like I wasn't cooking. Like I'm used to cooking like 3 meals a day at the minimum, at least. And then going from like cooking all the time, every meal, thinking that morning I was gonna even go back home and cook a meal, and then ended up not going back home and never returning, pretty much, like only to grab a couple things. Fortunately, I was able to grab some clean socks and a few of my shirts and some of my pants and shorts, and was able to do one load of laundry real quick. So I had like an hour and a half to get a couple things together and grab some things, and that was the last time I really was there. And fortunately, I grabbed like sleeping bags and blankets and a pillow, and grabbed my toothbrush, my brush, my hygiene things, and grabbed my grab my guitar. And then, like, there's a song that I sing called Oahu, and in Oahu it says just ship out my guitar and my pipe, and so I got my pipe, I got my guitar, I got my pipe. It's like that's all I really need. And yeah, and it's been really nice to be in a place where it's 420 friendly, so I don't have to worry about that. And also that they supply their own, so I'm not having to just like get the only supply for the household. That's been really nice and pleasant. I haven't run out this whole time, and I've spent less than I normally do. So that's a blessing. That's one of the silver linings in all this. But that comes with the price of not being able to see them and be with them and get that love that I once used to get from them. And even though we may have had our disputes and things, there was still love that we shared and that we had. And it just seems like all of that got wiped out. And that's the hardest part about this all. And in due time I'll be able to talk more about the details of this all once we get through the whole court litigations and things. But for now, I can't really talk about it, and I can only talk about my situation and that I'm doing okay, and I want you guys to know that I'm doing okay. But I'm gonna need some support from time to time with, just sending me good positive thoughts and love and just good vibrations. And if you're able to afford to order glass and do wholesale, or even just a piece here and there from time to time, then that will be very helpful. That'll help out my paradigm. Like I said, I don't want to have to ask for donations and put up my PayPal and be like an online panhandler. I don't want to do that. I just want to bring you the content that I bring. And then if you guys feel like you want to send me donations because of that, then that's cool. I don't want you to send me donations because of the situation I'm in. because I already have my PayPal up somewhere for, if you enjoy the glass blowing videos or any of the yard videos or any of the stuff. I don't know if you ever seen how it works, but you simply just scrape it back and forth and it pulls up all the weeds, and it gets, what I love about it is, for one thing, I can do it with one hand. The other thing is that it goes right on the surface, and it goes right above the weed barrier. Now, some weed barriers it'll grab and it doesn't work very well, but on others, like this one here, it works really well. And so it just scrapes the weeds off the surface really easy. So you just come in and scrape off the weeds, and then you go in and just rake them up afterward. But I'll be getting my oxygen hopefully refilled this week. I've been kind of like not so focused on that because I got to focus on the court stuff and things right now, and I'm trying to like keep my anxiety at bay and not like let the stress get to me, and just really trying to take this time to spend to grieve the loss of our father, number one, and now to grieve the loss of my family. And that's the hardest part. That's the hardest grieving that I'm going through right now. And it's hard to like go through my phone. I'm trying to share photos of glass so I could promote myself and stuff. But in the midst of all these photos, because I don't have them categorized in just a folder for glass yet, that I have to go through all of our pictures of, the family photos, and see all the different events that we recently did and memories of events that we didn't do because of the situation that was going on and stuff. And it's just sad memories, and so yeah, I've been dealing with that. Been kind of had a little bit of depression. I guess that was yesterday. I didn't have anything to do, so I was sitting there without a yard job to keep me focused on anything else. And then I started posting about things, and then I started scrolling through the photo album, and I was trying to find my logo, and I was working on a banner. I was going to have a banner ordered, and because of that, I didn't even get done with ordering the banner. I didn't even finish designing it. I was like, I can't even go through these photos right now. And not even to make a banner. That sucks. But I'm doing my best to just, like I said, look for that silver lining. To do my best to breathe every day now, to learn a new routine, which is, it's different. It's also refreshing, but being that it's not my own routine right now because I'm staying in someone else's home and in their environment, I'm kind of like, following their routine, wake up when they wake up, which fortunately, I wake up super early and they do too. And that's cool because I'm not like having to like stay up all by myself and there's no one there for hours and hours. So I'm just like by myself, and at the same time, I do like that time and that opportunity to be able to reflect on things and to meditate in the morning and to just think about things and be in my own thoughts and stuff. So it's one thing that it's good that they wake up early, and at the same time, as soon as they wake up, then they turn the TV on, and then it's like that's just a different routine that I have to get used to. So I just have to make sure that I get through my thoughts a little bit sooner than they wake up, and what's good is I still wake up a lot earlier than everyone usually. Dang, it's already so hot. I'm gonna have to take my hoodies off, and I'm starting to warm up, man. The sun's coming out and it's heating up. They said it was going to be around like 50s, maybe close to 60s today, but man, it's already warm. This is an interesting weather for Albuquerque, guys. But check out the scene back here. Beautiful, beautiful scene. Try not to get my clients home and where they live and everything. So I'm just keeping this on me as close as I can here. But I'm probably gonna let you go. Just wanted to update you guys and let you know that I'm okay. I'm sorry I've gone MIA for a little bit. This all started around February 3rd. And then another thing is I recently turned 50. I turned 50, but I didn't have my family to celebrate with, which was sad. But I had my friends to celebrate with, which was nice. And it was a nice, relaxing day. I didn't have any responsibilities really that day, and just got to spend time to myself. And then we went out and we did a few things and went to a few dispensaries because it's recreational here. So we can go to dispensaries, and there's some places where they make you buy something. So you have to purchase, and it's like a buy one, get one free deal. Or they make you purchase something to get a free pre-roll or something like that. Or there's places where you just walk in, and then they just straight up give you like a free pre-roll or a free gram, which is really nice. So we did that for my birthday and went to a couple places, but it gets expensive driving around just to get like a little half grammer or 1 grammer pre-roll. So I only went to a couple places, and I just made sure that I got myself a good supply that I purchased, and I've been good since, and that's been really, really nice. Oh, wait a minute. You have glass from the giveaway, Witchy Bishy? I've been actually, I have all that glass with me. Fortunately, that's one thing I did grab. I grabbed all of the glass that I was supposed to send to make sure that it went. And okay, I love that. Thank you so much, True Indica. I don't know what that will convert to in US dollar, but we'll figure that out, and I'll definitely get you a whole bunch of glass wholesale that you can turn around and you can make money, you can make profit, and we can start doing this and maybe get something going constantly. I would love to get my glass out there in Belgium. That would be so awesome. And I don't know if there's too many of the little mushrooms that I make out there. I really don't know about that. But yeah, Witchy Bishy, let me know about that balloon. Was that from the giveaway? Because if so, I probably have it right here. I could probably look in the vehicle right now, and we can all just take a look and see if I still have it here. Here, let's take a water break real quick and we'll go take a look. Because I'm supposed to also send out Madame Stars still. And I have one other balloon I'm supposed to send out right now. So yes, those are still coming. All right, let's see, where is the glass? There it is. No, I was talking to Witchy Bishy. I believe she is talking about a balloon that possibly she had won in my Gardenia glass giveaway when I made it to 1,000 subscribers. So here it is, the box, and I have them all separated in different areas here. I see ICUs. I don't see. Oh, is there a balloon right there? No, that's Madame Star. I have Madame Star balloon. Unless it was one that I made and then promised or something. I don't know. Remind me on what happened with that. I have Spirit Baby Cal. And I have Brewer Prospecting 420. And ICU. And then there's another jellyfish here that I don't know who that belongs to. It doesn't have a thing. And then I have a couple other pieces. There's a spinning top that I made. And a flower. And then I also have this UFO, which I think was supposed to go to my friend. And I have a heart in here too that I made a while ago. I don't know who that one was supposed to go to, but I have all this glass here. And I've been waiting for people to email me or message me or contact me on here and let me know, like, hey, where's my stuff? Because I just need to get an email or a P.O. box, and then I can send it out to you. All right, let me get some water real quick. These are not real. Those are chemicals. All right, let's get back to work. All right, well, let's talk. I will, I don't know if you have my email yet, True Indica, but let's talk about getting that order out to you and how you can send it. I do have Square. I don't know if Square is international or not, so I'll have to look into that and see if I can take payment that way, or if you could just send me PayPal, which I know PayPal is international. I've been able to take payments through PayPal from many different countries, so I know that works. And then maybe if I just set up a store or put it up live online, then, because I have several set up, I just don't have them up live right now. So maybe if I do that, then maybe you could just like order that directly like that. Okay, you gave me yours already. All right. You know, I don't know how to set these comments, the live comments, to where they show up when we watch this on the replay. So and I don't know how to type in to the comments right here from my phone, which is why I always would use my other display, and then I could comment with that keyboard and I could read the comments there. But for some reason they don't stay up, I don't think. I don't know, maybe they do, but we'll figure it out. And if anything, I'll just make sure to put my email up in the description on this video here, and then that way we can be in touch that way. So anyone who wants to be in touch and wants to place some orders, send me an email. In the subject line, just put glass order. That'll make it simple. Just put glass order, and then yeah, we can go from there. But I'm gonna let you guys go so I can do two hands instead of using one, and I'm gonna wear out my one arm here. But I just wanted to give you guys an update, and I thank you guys for listening, and for your support through all this. And I'll let you guys know how it all goes. If anything, just know that when the police were first called, I didn't get arrested. I didn't go to jail, and so that's a good thing, and that's all going in my favor for all this stuff that's happening. So, but other than that, I'll get through this, and I'll keep you guys updated on my housing situation, finding a studio. If I can go live outdoor and in the canopy, I'll definitely show you that, because that'll be something that like anyone would want to see. Like how can you blow glass if you don't have anywhere? Maybe just a 10 by 10 pop up or something like that, you know, and a few tarps. So I'll show you guys that. I'll show you how I'm gonna get by and get through all this, and yeah, and my PayPal is just at it's at Garduno Glass. So yeah, paypal.me/Garduno Glass, GARDUNO Glass. All right, I'm out. You guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the love and the support.